Yes, we can see you, Tavares.
All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome everyone to Virtual Coffee Break with Tanisha Live, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Lifestyle by Tanisha. I am Tanisha Burke, and life is what you have, but lifestyle is how you choose to use it, how you choose to live it, actually. And so if you are new to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe, like this video if you like the content, give me some comments below, some feedback on it, and definitely hit that notification button so that you can be notified anytime I upload a new video. And if you are returning, I want to say welcome and thank you so much for supporting my channel. Again, don't forget to like this video. It definitely helps with the YouTube algorithm. So Virtual Coffee Break with Tanisha, I am joined by my team of champions. We are all in the network marketing industry. We are network marketing professionals. And the topic for today is, why is having a why so important in network marketing? But before we get started, I want to take the time to have my guests, my hosts, my co-hosts introduce themselves. So I want everyone to go, I want to go around the horn to everyone. I want you to tell me your first and last name, your city and state, and how long have you been a network marketing professional? We're going to start with Ebony.
I'm Ebony Johnson. I have been doing this for, 2 weeks now? And what was the other question? I'm sorry.
Where are you from?
Oh, sorry, Stockbridge, Georgia.
Thank you, Ebony. Shelly.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shelly Mercer. I reside right outside of Boston, Massachusetts, in Brockton, Massachusetts. And I've been a network marketer for 20 months. It'll be 20 months this month.
Excellent, excellent. Cassandra Barno.
Good afternoon. I'm Cassandra Barno. I live in Newcastle, Delaware. I've been a network marketer for 26 years, but I've been with the company for less than 60 days.
Excellent, excellent. Tanya.
Hi, I'm Tanya Lapsley-Cockett. Good afternoon, everyone. I am from Newburgh, New York, and I've been with the company in May, will be 3 years. Thank you so much.
Excellent, excellent. Natisha.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Natisha Osley. I reside in Harlem, New York, and I have been a network professional now for 2 years.
Excellent. Shamika.
Hi, my name is Shamika Long. I am from Chicago, Illinois, but I now stay in Bloomington, Illinois, and I have been a network marketer for 2 years now.
Excellent. Tamika.
Hi, my name is Tamika Piper. I am coming to you from Cocoa, Florida, but originally from Texas. And I have been a network professional for a little over 4 years.
Excellent. Michelle.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michelle Proctor, and I am from Waldorf, Maryland. I actually have been a network marketer for all of my life, but decided to turn into an actual income as a network professional and been with the company for 2 years.
Excellent, excellent. Dee Pryor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dee Pryor. I currently reside in Long Beach, California. I'm originally from Chicago, and I have been in this company in network marketing for almost 4 years.
Excellent, excellent. Vera.
Good afternoon. My name is Vera Cotton. I am originally from Biloxi, Mississippi, but I currently reside in Burlington, Vermont, and I have been a network professional for a little over 2.5 years now.
Excellent. Linda.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Linda Harris. I reside in Boston, Massachusetts. I have been a network professional for 20 months.
Excellent, excellent. And Sabrina.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sabrina Jackson. I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. I currently live in Newark, Delaware, and I just hit my 1 month mark with network marketing.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, thank you all. Thank you all. I am super excited about the topic today. The topic today is, why is having a why so important in network marketing? And I want to go around to everyone in a little bit, because I want to hear about what your why was when you started the business. But what is a why? A why is your long-term vision for success. Just like a GPS, right? When you get in your car, if you're going to a brand new destination, right, Vera, the very first thing that your GPS wants to know is, where you going, right? It cannot give you directions on how to get there unless it knows exactly where you are going. And so it's the same thing with your network marketing business. Why did you start the business? What are you looking for this business to do for you that you have not been able to accomplish up until this point, right? When people start a business, they start a business to make a profit. And let's be clear, network marketing is a business. It is not a hobby, right? If you want a hobby, you can take up knitting, go fishing, right, Michelle? If you want to do a hobby, right? But to put the type of work that goes into network marketing, right? It is a business, and we're doing it because we want to make a profit. So you must identify where you want to go with your business. Now, successful people focus on the end result. Successful people focus on the end result, while unsuccessful people get stuck on how they will get there. And some of us, we become our own worst enemy, especially when we start this business, because we can't see the destination. We're still stuck on, well, how do I get there? My family's not going to support me. They keep telling me this is a pyramid scheme. You know, I see all these people hitting rank promotions and I'm not. They're so busy stuck in that place instead of being focused on the destination, right? So before starting your network marketing business, you must ask yourself, what is driving you emotionally, right, to build your business? And if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not strong enough. There has to be that thing inside of you that says, I must build this business come hell or high water. This business is the only option that's going to help me accomplish X, whatever X is for you, right? So you have to really know what it is that you want out of the business before you can even get started, right? Now, it is possible to have more than one why. It is possible to have more than one why. The other thing is, it's also likely that your why will change as you grow your business. The more you're in this business and you see the potential of what's possible and your vision starts to expand, your why is just going to get bigger and bigger and deeper, right? And so you're going to see the unlimited possibility. So I want to kind of go around the horn and ask each of you, what was your why when you started the business, and has it changed? So I'm going to start with you, Ebony.
My why was I want to stop teaching. I don't want to teach anymore. I want to be in a business where I'm not dealing with the 9 to 5 and the micromanagement of my principal. And, I want to get out of teaching. Okay. I ended up going on medical leave. I've been on medical leave for a year now. And my medical leave was going to be extended for another month, and the district said that they could not accept that. So I had to resign from my position. So now my why is I have to make sure that I have income coming in.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And it's unfortunate that people tend to give their everything to their job, right? How many times have you gone to work when you weren't feeling well because you wanted to be that team player, right? How many times did you stay late when they needed help or they were behind, right? How many times did you say no to family events so that you could be at work because your boss needed you? But in the moment that you need them, that's when you really see how they feel about you. And that's unfortunate. And that might not be all jobs. I can tell you that's corporate America for sure. Now, if you work for a small family business, they may treat you like family. But I can tell you, when you work for corporate America, you are a number to them. When you are part of a system like the educational system or the government system or the corporate America system, you are just a number. And it's not until a situation like Ebony is in where her doctor says, no, I need you to stay out longer because you need further treatment, that they're like, no, that doesn't work for us. Sorry, you got to go. Right. And so network marketing now becomes a need, right? And not just a want. Like everyone needs to have a plan B so that to go along with that plan A, because you do not control your plan A. You never know what's going to happen. Network marketing is to be there to allow you to have options, right? Options just in case something happens or when something happens. It's not even a just in case. Can we all agree at some point life is going to happen? None of us are excluded from that. So when life happens, that's when your network marketing business will kick in to save the day. Shelly, your why. What was your why for starting the business, and has it changed?
So my why was I was getting ready to retire. I'm going to be 100% transparent. I wish that I had found this business years ago, because I worked for my company for 23 years. And you're absolutely right. When, they needed me, I was always there. When I wanted to take, this week off. Oh, no. Somebody already has that week. I couldn't take the week off. So I had no real freedoms working for another company. And so when I got into this business, I was about to retire. And, like you said, you have to have that plan B. And I had a plan B. I'm a pastry chef. And so I had my online bakery that I started years ago. And that was going to be my plan B for retirement. When I was introduced to this business, it was, wow, okay, well, you know what? Let me give this a try too. It was something I had never done before. But let me tell you, come January and February of 2020, when COVID decided to show up, I couldn't do my bakery anymore. My plan B ended up, which turned into the plan A, was supposed to be the plan A for retirement, turned out to be, no, this is my business, and I still couldn't work it. So this ended up being my plan B. And let me tell you, if I didn't have this, I wouldn't have had that extra income that I wasn't getting from my bakery. I wouldn't have anything. Mm-hmm. And so my why, I don't have grandchildren yet, guys. I don't. I want to be a grandma so bad. I know they're coming. And so I'm a very futuristic planner. And so this business is going to allow me to leave a legacy behind if anything happens to me for my grandchildren that are not even here yet. So sometimes you have to look outside the box. It doesn't have to be for something that's actually here right now. It can be for something that is coming. It's coming. So plan now for it. So this business, this network, being a network professional has taught me so much about having that extra, having that plan B and plan C. So
absolutely,
you keep going. You're never down and out. You're always on top, no matter what.
Excellent. Thank you, Shelly. Cassandra, what was your why for starting the business, and has it changed?
My why for starting the business is I had gotten tired of helping someone else build their legacy. I love to travel. I love to do things, and I could never get time off from doing that. And also freedom from debt. And my why hasn't changed. It's just making me go a little bit harder and staying focused so that I can achieve that financial freedom and then be able to walk off of my job.
Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing. Tanya.
I had, when I initially started the business, I had 3 whys, and I now have 4. My first why was to pay off my student loans. My second why was to get long-term health care coverage. And my third why was I was tired of working 40 hours for 40 years to get 40% of my salary. I want to retire in 2020. And my fourth why is to leave a legacy for my family. So that one became my why after starting the business. I saw all of the directors becoming directors, and I need to leave a legacy for my granddaughter and my great grandnephews.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
Natisha, what was your why for starting the business, and has it changed?
So my why when I first started the business, I wanted to spend more time traveling with my family because at my plan A didn't allow me to do that. But then since being in the business, I found that I am able to leave a legacy for my children. And that's something that I really want for them. So my why changed to me wanting a legacy for my children.
Excellent. Shamika?
Well, my why when I first started the business was simply just to save on my travel. And now it has drastically changed. Now my why is to create my own stimulus check and to create my own legacy for my family. When I first started the business, I hope y'all can hear me, but when I first started the business, I was 8 months pregnant. I had a full-time job, right? So I was like, okay, I'm doing this thing, but God had other plans for me, right? I lost my job. I had a C-section, so that was an unplanned thing for me too. But when the one day that really actually woke me up to my new why was when I was planning a doctor's appointment for my baby, right? And I couldn't go to a certain type of doctor because I don't have health insurance. I have a medical card. So that really woke me up, and I was like, you know what? I cannot have this where someone is telling me where I have to go in order for me or my children to seek health care. I was like, no, I can't do this no more. I need to create my own stuff, and I need to take control of my life.
That's
So
good.
leaving that legacy and creating my own.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Tamika, what was your why for starting the business, and has it changed?
For starting the business, actually, I was in the process of just building my credit and trying to save money. And I just saw it as another way for me to save some money. I had never really traveled that much. So traveling, I was just like, okay, I can do that. I see people travel. I can learn how to book travel. So that's what I really saw it as. But once I got started and saw what this business is doing for people and what it could do for me, because I'm just as good as them, I can do it too. It just changed everything for me. So right now, my why is to, of course, build a legacy for my 7 grandkids because my kids were very fruitful. But that's what I want. I just want to be able to be in control of my life, and I don't want to have to depend on anyone else to tell me how I can do it. So that's my why.
Right. I like it. Michelle.
Hi, Tanisha. So my why, it's expanded a little bit, but initially it was that I realized it was my turn. I was burnt out on corporate America. I had had enough. And literally to the point was it was starting to impact my health. And so I literally walked away from a 6-figure job with no plan. And within a month, and this is the first time in my entire life I had ever done that. You know, for what I was looking at was that I had saved or made other companies millions of dollars. And so within less than a month after I walked away from my job, this opportunity fell in my lap, and it was literally an act, as far as I'm concerned, an act of God. Because I stepped out on the leap of faith. I knew what I was doing for other companies I could do for myself, but I needed to figure out what it was. And it only made sense that with travel, everybody travels. So how could you not be successful with it? And then to align with an organization such as Planet Marketing, it just was a win-win. And so from there, it got the juices flowing as far as what I needed to continue doing for my family, because I became a single mom unexpectedly. And so my 2 sons, everything in this world to me. I became an empty nester. So therefore, at that point, I felt like I had the time to really focus on what I could do and how I could do it. And they have been extremely supportive from beginning to end. And I have 2 granddaughters. So now to be able to establish something that I have created, have the support that we have through this organization, it has been such an amazing opportunity. And now to know that I can leave them a legacy that I created that they can continue building on is just everything I could have asked for and more.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Dee Pryor, what was your why for starting the business, and has it changed?
All right. Hello, everyone. Yes. So for me, it definitely has changed. When I started the business, I was definitely looking to travel more and just enjoy life and travel more with my kids, because I was just coming out of divorce and I was pretty down for years being in California. There's a lot of stuff, with divorce, a lot of things that happen with divorce. I was pretty down. So I was really looking to be able to live again, have fun, travel, because I love travel. And I love anytime I can get away from California, I just really love to be able to travel. So I got started. And then when I realized there was another component where I can actually earn some money, that was going to help income that can just grow out of control, I was interested in that because I now needed to figure out what I was going to do about my retirement, because things definitely changed with my divorce and everything. So that was my why for starting the business. Once I realized I could travel more and now earn more money that can really help me financially and my family, I was pretty excited about that. And then now, even knowing that I'm positioning myself where I can even leave California and be somewhere else other than California, that's even more exciting for me. So that's my why, being able to position myself financially where I can move, and then I can have a legacy also for me and my family.
Excellent, excellent. I love it. Sabrina J.
My why is pretty simple. I want financial freedom. I basically been at a job working 50 and 60-hour work weeks where I don't see my family. I don't see my friends. Sometimes I'm halfway asleep. If I'm not at school doing massage therapy, I am basically at work and I had no time, and I want to be financially free. Still the same thing. I love traveling to the point where I would literally book my time and make my time on my jobs where I would have an hour off. Would have a week off, but it got to the point where I'm like, oh no, you can't take this day off. What do you mean I can't take this day off? No, stop telling me I can't take days off. Mm-hmm. So when I got into business, it was like, okay, cool. I'm going to make this money. I'm going to be financially free. I'm going to live in the house that I want. I'm going to take care of my parents. If my husband comes along, wherever he is, okay, you just got to get on the boat, man, because this ship is moving. And I seen the opportunity with the fact that I love to travel. You get to see the world. And just being stuck in the house for the year with COVID, everybody was doing all that. No, I was working all during COVID. COVID was not my friend. I don't like COVID. I need and wanted a vacation, point blank. So I wanted the financial freedom of it all. And that's why that I'm still in the whole network marketing.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Sabrina. Miss Linda, what was your why for starting your network marketing business, and has it changed?
So my original why was simply an additional income stream. I wanted to work on building my credit. I wanted to work toward financial freedom. And as I began to understand what I really had and the power of this opportunity, my goal has become now just simply financial freedom and a legacy to free the generations after me.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, for those who haven't heard my story, when I started this business, I was working as an administrative assistant. And so the three main reasons that I started the business is, number one, I wanted to be that stay-at-home mom. All right, my son was 6 years old. I wanted to be that mom that was there when he got off the school bus. I didn't have that growing up. My mom was a nurse and she worked 2 jobs. She worked at the hospital, but then for the benefits, but then she worked private duty because that's where the money was. And so my mom was never home. She wasn't home when I left for school in the morning. She wasn't home when I got back from school. And I just did not want that to be my son's experience. The second reason I started my business is because I wanted financial freedom, right? Just like Michelle said, she was sick and tired of making millions of dollars for corporate America while you and your family are living off of the crumbs, right? And so, and for me, my first job, y'all, when I was 14 years old, was shampooing dogs for a dog groomer. That was my first job. And then here I was in my 40s, and I was still having $200 problems. There were so many times where I could not get my hands on $200. And so to work from the age of 14 to 43 and still have an issue with getting your hands on $200, that was a problem for me. But then the third reason I started the business was because I was being targeted at my job. And, being micromanaged, having a boss that wants to write you up for anything and everything just so that you can either get fired or can't post out from another position. I was like, this has got to go. And so what I have learned about whys, and I speak to so many people and do so many coachings with, team members, is that your why has to be personal to you in order for it to really drive you. And what I mean personal to you, meaning it has to be something for you and not for someone else. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I did a coaching with a young lady yesterday, the day before yesterday. And, she was just kind of struggling with her business, with staying consistent and stuff like that. And she was a single mom, but now her kids are grown. And so from being a single mom, she had to learn how to budget, as single moms or just as moms in general, you put everybody before you. It's always about the kids, right? You don't buy yourself new clothes. You don't take no trips or anything. It's all about the kids, right? Because as a single mom, there's no safety net, right? It's sink or swim. And you're like, we ain't sinking. So whatever I got to do, we swimming, right? And so she had that mindset. And she told me it even got to the point where sometimes her family would say, hey, let's all go do such and such. And she would be like, nah, I don't have the money to do it. And they're like, yes, you do. And she's like, you know what? They were right. I did have the money. I just didn't want to spend it on that because she got so used to having to watch every dime in case of the what ifs, right? As single parents, we're always preparing for the what ifs. And so even when I asked her, well, what do you want for you? She couldn't tell me. She's like, I'm good with where I live. I'm good with you understand what I'm saying? So it's like we tend to downgrade our wants and our needs to match our income. But then you get into this network marketing business where you can create unlimited income, right? We just had a young lady in our company make $100,000 this month. In a month. And she wasn't even here on day one when the company launched. And she's making $100,000 a month. That is a big deal. So that just shows, and she was a single mom when she started, right? So that just shows you what's possible. If you stick and stay, you'll get your pay, right? But your why has to be strong enough. And so I kind of identified just from my own coaching and training and developing leaders that your why can't be just what you want to do for your children. Your why can't just be what you want to do for your kids, or your why can't just be that you want to take care of your elderly or aging parents. There has to be something in it that is for you. And so what I shared with the young lady, the play that I called for her is, you got to discover your why. You got to get out and live. Go take a girls trip somewhere, or just a private solo trip. You don't even need to go with your girl. Because how many times we try to plan a group trip and they ain't got no money? How many times you put a trip together and it's like 20 people like, I'm going. But on the day of the trip, it's like you and maybe one other person, right? So you go on a solo trip. But she has, in order for her to find the reason to be consistent, she has to identify the why. The why is the reason. And if she doesn't have that, there's nothing that I can teach her. There's nothing I can train her on. There's no way I can develop her. You have to have your why, but it has to be something for you. So how many of you, show of hands, think that you kind of need to revisit your why, because your why is all about other people and not about you? Anybody come to that realization? Shelly, you want to speak on that a little bit? Linda, Shelly, then Linda. I want to hear from both of you.
So just as you I can hit on everything that you said, Director. A lot of the times we're always about, especially the people that love to help other people. And, in this business, a lot of us in this business, we love to help other people. We've been helping other people our entire lives, our children, our families. And so we very, very seldom do we think about ourselves. And, you have that little bit of money and you say, okay, well, I have $500. Do I want to go and get that Apple iWatch for myself? Oh, you know what? That $500, I could, that's enough money that I can buy groceries for the house for a month. You know what I mean? We categorize things and we don't think about ourselves. So yes, I mean, I am definitely, I want this, I'm driving to get to this legacy for my grandchildren. But once I get that legacy for my grandchildren, all bets are off because now it's going to be all about me once I get to that goal. And so definitely, I mean, I want another house. I live here in Boston. Yeah, I don't like the winters at all. I need someplace warm with a nice, beach that's close by, that water, a nice home that's right on the water. That is what I want for myself. And so that is, like you said, we have different whys. That is another one of my whys, is that, I want something more for me. I'm getting older. My children are grown and self-sufficient. It's time for me. And so that's my other why. Yes.
And so what I would encourage you to do, Shelly, it's not that you make that your why after you secure the legacy. You have to make that your why now so that you can secure the legacy. Right? Because that's what's going to drive you. So I'm going to tell you, just like I tell everybody else, where do you want to live? You need to go start looking into that. You got to identify, where is that warm climate that I want to live? Is it California? Is it Florida? Is it Hawaii? Like, where do you want to live? And then what kind of house do you want to have? And we're going to get to all of that in a minute, but I'm going to encourage you, start preparing for what you want.
I have started
preparing.
Looking.
Yeah. You got to know exactly where, what, right. Where, what, how much is it going to cost? Who's your realtor going to be? What do you want? Now? Start doing that now, because that is going to help you secure the legacy. Miss Linda.
Absolutely.
Well, my why has been all along basically financial freedom and legacy. And what's driving it is I have a son and a daughter. They are grown. They're in their early 20s, early to mid 20s. And I have been diligently working to basically provide a good life. And when I think about the opportunity that I have and I think about myself, I realize they're grown and it's time for me. And I am diligently working toward that financial freedom. I definitely want to leave Massachusetts. I'm starting to look around to different communities and states and opportunities to see what direction that's actually going to lead me to. And this opportunity, this business, these businesses that we have are going to provide that for me. And, long-term financial freedom and time freedom, personal freedom. Those are my overall goals. Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. So Here are some questions that you can ask yourself to help you discover your why. And when you're doing this exercise, you have to be specific and you want to give a lot of details, right? And this is something that's also going to help you with your new business partner. So the first question you have to ask yourself is, if you had unlimited income and unlimited time, what would your life look like? If you had unlimited income and unlimited time, what would your life look like? Right? When we do our business presentation, that second slide says, imagine time freedom, imagine personal freedom, right? Imagine financial freedom, right? And sometimes we tell our audience, close your eyes and imagine what would your life look like if you had time freedom, personal freedom, financial freedom, right? And we got a picture of a hammock swinging in the breeze, right? Driving in the car with the drop top, right? Hair blowing in the wind, right? All those things, right? You have to envision where you want to go. The next question, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? Right? Both Shelly and Linda said, I want the heck out of Boston, out of Massachusetts. Okay, but that's not enough. Because you can go from Massachusetts to Minnesota and still be cold, right? You got to set SMART goals. They got to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So if you're saying you don't want to live in Massachusetts, you have to also know, where do you want to live? If you say you don't like the cold, then where in the world do you want to be where there's heat? It could be Ecuador.
I have looked into Aruba when I was in Aruba.
Aruba, right?
Yes.
I just had a business partner go down to Panama. Her and her husband were in Panama for 10 days looking at property to either rent or buy to relocate. They want to be expats. Because you can't just say, I want to move, and you don't know where you want to move to. Remember, the GPS needs to know the destination, the exact destination. You can't just tell your GPS, I want to go to Atlanta, Georgia. Where in Atlanta, Georgia? You going to Peachtree Street or what, right? It got to be specific, right? If you could drive your dream car, what are you driving? Again, be specific. I want to know. Don't just tell me you want a Range Rover. What color? What model? And then have you driven one? Or you just saw it on TV? Did you know you could go to the Range Rover dealership and actually test drive to see if you even want it? Right? You got to make it real. Your vision has to be like right in front of you where you can touch it and stuff. Ebony, you want to speak on this?
I wanted a Nissan Murano. I had a picture. I wanted it black. I wanted it black on black. And I had a picture of it on my refrigerator for like 3 years. Girl, I am driving around my Marcus, that's his name, my Nissan Murano. Now on my refrigerator is a Audi A8, black on black.
Nice.
I am going to have that car because I know I'm going to have that car because I got the Murano that way. I know I'm going to have it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Your vision has to be right in front of you. And that was one of the things I was going to touch on. Once you identify all this stuff, you got to create a vision board. It got to be on a vision board with dates, right? Don't be that person. All right, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to divert for a moment. Your coach cannot stand when people do vision boards and it's a damn collage. That is not a vision board. Just because you get the Vogue magazine and you cut out a skinny model talking about I want to lose, that's not a vision board. No, a vision board is going to have specific goals and dates of when you want to accomplish that particular thing. That's the vision board I'm talking about, not a collage. So let's not get it twisted, right? Let's be clear. Your vision board my vision board has like literally, I have a ton of stuff on my vision board, but it really only has 2 pictures because it's not about the picture. It's about the goal. I literally have like index cards. And one of my index cards says 800 credit score by such and such a date, right? New house, how many bedrooms, where I want it to be, the square footage, and a date, right? pay for mom's living expenses. How much do I want to be able to give her towards living expenses in a date, right? Take a family vacation to Belize, right? Specific, not just take a family vacation. Where do we want to go? We want to go to Belize. What's the date? Debt free. How much income do I need to pay off the debt in a date, right? That is what I'm talking about, a vision board. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, timely. So we talked about if you could drive your dream car, what are you driving? And then next, how would you spend your time? If you have unlimited income and unlimited time, you don't have to punch anybody's clock, right, Michelle? There's no more corporate America micromanage you, telling you what time you got to be there, what time you can eat, right? What time you can get up to go to the bathroom, when you can spend time with your family, right? There's none of that. Telling you got to work through Christmas. What? You can't be at your kids' award ceremony because they need you. There's none of that. So what would your days look like? What time are you waking up in the morning and what are you doing for the rest of the day? Are you traveling? Are you meeting your friends? Are you calling Tamika and say, girl, I want a mojito, but I don't want the one in Florida. I want the one in Puerto Rico. Meet me at MCO. We out. Hello? Am I the only one that wants that? Listen, don't pack a bag. We're going to go shopping when we get there, girl. Miss Piper, can you talk about that?
I don't know if you want me to talk about that. But yes. I've already, you got that all in my head. I need a drink now. I'm going to need a mojito. But yes, that's the kind of life I desire. I want to be able to do that. Right. And it doesn't have to be just to Puerto Rico or just to get a drink. I just want to be able to do something when I want to do it. And I was telling my husband the same thing. If I get up tomorrow and say, come on, we're going to Cancun today. I just want to be able to do that if I want to do that. That is my desire. And even if it's not Cancun, even if it's not Cancun, even if it's just to San Antonio to see my grandbabies, I just want to be able to do that whenever I want to do that. So I'm definitely feeling that vision. Yes, I am.
Yeah, right. But understand, when you own a network marketing business, that is what you can create. And you can create it as soon as you want if you're willing to put the work in. This is why we love network marketing, because there are no limits. There's no limits except for the ones that you put on yourself. So here's the thing. Having a strong why will drive you to make the time to build your business. Feel the fear and do it anyways and stay committed. I'm going to repeat that because somebody missed that, right? When you have a strong enough why, it will drive you to make the time to build your business, to feel the fear and do it anyway, because there's going to be some things you've never done before and you're going to be like, I'm afraid to go live. I'm afraid to call my family. No, you'll feel the fear and do it anyway, because you're going to be thinking about, I want to be able to have mojitos in Puerto Rico at a whim, right? And stay committed. So that's where the consistency is going to come in. When you have that why and you going for something, this is why I think there's a lot of people. Now, I'm not a clinical psychologist or a medical person, but honestly, this is why I think so many people suffer from depression. They have no goals. They have no reason to wake up in the morning. Like, why are you waking up if you're not getting up with purpose? What are you going for? What are you striving for? And I honestly believe if you start talking to people who have depression and try to ask them what their goals are, they can't tell you because they don't have any. So if you want to help someone who's depressed all the time, get them in network marketing and help them discover their why. And I actually have a business partner who suffers from depression. And when we were having a one-on-one session, she told me that this business, she even told her therapist that this business has helped with her depression, because she has a reason to get up every morning. She has a daily method of operation. She has a goal she's striving for, and she's excited about that goal. Right? So Here's an exercise to do with your new business partners, right? What we do is we develop leaders, right? We're all leaders. The moment you bring in your first business partner, you're a leader, right? And even if you don't have a business partner, you're leading yourself, right? So here's an exercise to do with your business partner. As leaders, it's important that we help our new business partners identify their why as part of their onboarding and training. New business partners can easily be overwhelmed in the beginning. So helping them identify their why and remember why they got started is going to be key to keeping them engaged and fighting attrition, right? Attrition is when people quit your business, they fall off. Once you have identified their why, identify how much income they need to maintain that lifestyle, right? So you're going to ask your new business partner, if you had unlimited income, unlimited time, what would your life look like? Where would you live? What kind of house would you build? And what kind, be specific with that house. I want to know how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, right? How many garages? You want a big kitchen? You want a little kitchen? You want a theater room? You want a game room? What you want, right? Have them really give you some details, right? How are you going to spend your time? And then they need to tell you, how much income do you need a month to maintain that lifestyle? Because you got to tie it back to why they're doing their business, right? They need a path to how to get there, right? Do they need $3,000 a month? Do they need $8,000 a month? How much money do they need? And then here's my secret. Then you look at your company's income disclosure statement to identify what level in the company do they need to hit in order to make the money that they say they need. Every network marketing company has an income disclosure statement. It is required by federal law. They must provide to the IRS how much money their reps are making. Now, typically the income disclosure statement is broken out by yearly income, right? So you could look on our income disclosure statement and see, a gold builder on average on the low end made this for 2020. On average, they made this for 2020. And on the high end, they made this. And there you see that for every level, but it's based on yearly. What I'm saying to you is break it down to monthly. So whatever your company's income disclosure statement looks like, take those numbers and divide it by 12 so that you can provide what the monthly income goal is. Why is that important? If you read this book, The Top 10 Distinctions Between the Millionaires and the Middle Class by Keith Cameron Smith, and I'm going to post the link if you need to order this book. I'll post the link in the comments. It tells you that millionaires think decade to decade, and the middle class think month to month. So if you tell your new business partner, you're talking about $100,000 a year, which is $8,333.33 a month. Well, if they're working an administrative job where they're only making $16,800 a year, which is bringing home $1,400 a month, which was my story. At bringing home $1,400 a month, you can't even imagine bringing home $8,333 a month, right? So we have to meet people where they are. And that is why I always take our income disclosure statement, divide all those numbers by 12 so that I can see what the monthly looks like. So when I'm speaking to my brand new business partner, Sabrina, and I have her tell me what her ideal life is, and she's telling me, I don't want to work for nobody. I want to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And I said, boom, tell me how much money you need a month to do that. And she tells me she might say something crazy like $50,000 a month. Because sometimes you'll get that. Y'all ever have people tell you something crazy? Like you barely bringing home $1,400 a month and you telling me you need $50,000 a month? to live your dream life. So sometimes we got to bring them back down. And I might say, okay, Sabrina, I see, I like the way you thinking, 50,000 a month. That's good. But let me ask you this. How much income do you need a month just to cover your household bills? Because would you agree we need to first cover the household bills so you ain't got to work a job and then we can go to the 50,000? She gonna be like, yeah, you're right. Okay. So Sabrina, how much do you need just to cover your household bills? So sometimes we have to help our new business partners set up a realistic goal. Not that 50,000 a month is unrealistic, because trust me, you can make 50,000 a month in network marketing, right? But it can't be so far out there that it's just a dream to them. We got to make it real for them. And being able to cover all of your monthly household expenses is a realistic goal. So once she gives me that number of what her realistic goal is, now I can go right to our income disclosure statement. And I'm going to look at the average. I'm not going to look at the low end, right? Because Sabrina, you're not average, are you? No, there's nothing average about Sabrina.
No, sure not. Surely
right?
not average.
So I'm not going to talk to her about the low end. And I'm not going to talk to her about the high end either, right? Because a lot of times the high end are going to be the people who started on day one of that network marketing business. They were in the right place at the right time and they got the right position. So I always break it down on the average. That's my go-to. And I'm going to look at the income disclosure statement. And if she tells me she needs $3,000 a month to not have to work her job, I'm going to be able to say, you need to hit this level, this rank promotion in order to make that money, and you're covered. Right? So that is something that you should all do with your new business partners. Help them identify their why, ask them those specific questions, find out how much income they need a month to maintain that lifestyle, and then show them what rank they need to hit in that, on that compensation plan in order to meet that goal. And then once they kind of have all of that, encourage them to start a vision board, to create one. Have them post it somewhere so that when they get up every morning, they are reminded, this is why I'm fighting. This is why after I get off of my 9 to 5, I'm going to fight from 5 to 9, because I want to accomplish that, by that date. And what's going to happen is they're going to start to even subconsciously just do the work and make the moves that are necessary to accomplish those goals. Who wants to speak on this? I'm going to jump over to YouTube. Nicole says, I have seen a great change in my consistency and ownership of my business since I found my why. My original why was to travel more often, not economy travel, but being able to upgrade. That's right. We want to fly first class, right? And be in business or first class as well as butler and a cook. She wants butler service, y'all. When she goes to that all-inclusive, she wants butler service. And once you have butler service, you never want to not have butler service, right? Life-changing and life-saving. I agree, Nicole. So can anybody relate to this topic today? Who wants to speak on it?
I'll speak on it. No, I think I think that all in all, what we're all focusing on is a lot of what you just shared. And whether you've been in the group, whether you've been in the company a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year, 2 years, 5 years, it all starts to evolve for you, because I think that the average person may come in underestimating what they're capable of doing, but this environment all together, exactly what we're doing right here, brings it all out of you. It gets you out of your comfort level, it gets you away from your comfort zones, and for you to understand you can do this. And it helps you to understand to throw a deaf ear to those who want to undermine it, for those who don't understand it. I would be the first to say, well, we all heard about the various network marketing things that's out there, but you've got to do your homework. You got to understand what really speaks to you and what really ignites the fire under you, and understand that and know who you're partnering with. And I think that a lot of people that I talk with now, we all have those stories of, well, we didn't know. And then we realized that that's not what we really wanted. And then you come fast forward to an organization such as this, where you're locking arms with like-minded individuals. You have that support mechanism. You have people who are encouraging you to win. You have people at the top who are giving back to pull you along. You can't ask for anything better than that. My ultimate dream, and I remember saying this, oh my God, I remember telling my parents, you know, when I get out of school, I'm leaving Maryland, I'm out of here, I'm not coming back. And my dad passed away when I was 15. So of course I was not going to leave my mom, but I always wanted to get out of Maryland. So my ultimate goal is definitely to head south, much warmer climate. Now I said Hawaii, family's like, no, that's too far. But they know they may wake up to an email, I'm moving to Hawaii.
Right. Aloha.
But I mean, what I voiced throughout my entire adult life was that my ultimate dream was to wake up one morning, walk out on my deck, or wake up every morning, walk out on my deck, and all I saw was water. And I am well on my way to making that happen. And I love the fact that now I have never felt more at home with anything that I'm doing. It doesn't matter what company I was with. You know, I was rose to the top. I've worked my behind off to get there. And just talking with a sideline partner, Shelly, not too long ago, we just reinforced the fact that we did this for other companies. Now do it for ourselves. And if you ever feel like you're in what do you want to say, at a point where you're just really questioning what you're doing, before you can even really let those thoughts take root, you've got a partner reaching out to you, conversations, and it's like, bam, right back on target. So this has just been one phenomenal experience. And for me, it's just a matter of anyone I'm partnering with, just stressing, we're all in this together and we're all rising each other up together, but it can be done. I have come so far with where I first started. When I joined the company, I have come so far. And I would tell you, Tanisha, it was actually your training at convention because I was with another company years ago and they pushed and pushed and pushed me to do lives. I'm like, y'all better get out of here. I'm not doing the live. It's not happening. We were at your training convention. I remember coming in and sitting down, less than 10 minutes in the convention, you had the slide up about social media and doing the live. And I'm like, here we go again with the lives. By that evening, we had gone out to dinner, me and several sideline partners, we had gone out to dinner. I'm like, I pulled up the phone, we doing a live. And from that point forward, I've been doing lives. By the time I got back home, I was in my car every morning doing the live on the way to work. So that's that just goes to say, we're partnering with the right people and they're doing everything they can to help you build your dreams and make your whys actually come to fruition.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you for sharing that, Michelle. And I kind of feel the same way. I've been with other network marketing companies, and I can tell you our opportunity is unlike any other network marketing company that's out there. It is unmatched. The leadership is unlike any network marketing company out there. The compensation plan is the most aggressive compensation plan in the industry. I've looked at many of them. I've been a part of many compensation plans. What we have with our company is unlike anything that's ever been out there. And the one thing that I love about our industry being travel is that every other network marketing company must come through our industry. I don't care if you with Mary Kay. Mary Kay has a yearly convention and you need a flight, you need a rental car, you need a hotel, right? And the other thing that I love about our product, our opportunity, is even if you are at a high ranking level in your current network marketing company, right? Let's say you're driving one of those cars, the Escalade with Mary Kay. I don't even know if they still do the Escalade or what they're driving now, but right, let's say you're at a high level in Mary Kay and you're driving a car. Typically, when you're at a high level like that, they tell you cannot be a part of another network marketing company. But guess what? We could still sell them our travel agency because owning a travel agency is not network marketing. Right. So now that high ranking Mary Kay person can still partner with you in this business, have their travel agency, book all the travel for their downline to get to their convention. You're making money. They're making money. Everybody's happy. Right. So what we have is so special and unique. There's nothing like it on the planet. Literally. It is it's a very, very unique opportunity. Who else wants to speak on this in closing? And did you all find this topic to be helpful? Did you get some nuggets from today's virtual coffee break that you can go back and help your team? Who wants to speak on this? Natisha?
Yes, definitely. And what I will also add to it is the culture. Like, I have never experienced the culture in any other business like this one. Not only that, you learn as you go, but you get to network with your sidelines and get upliftment if you get stuck somewhere. There's help all over. So I really enjoy that part of it as well. And as far as with the other networkers, networking businesses, yes, they want to travel too.
Exactly, right? They're going on family
You know?
vacations.
Yes, and it would be a great opportunity. So yes, I really do agree with that.
Absolutely. Anybody else want to speak on this before we go?
Yeah. So hi. So oh my goodness, I've been an entrepreneur, but not like this. So I did Avon, I did Tupperware. I've done, what is it? Creative Memories, Herbalife. There are so many that companies that are out there where you're able to actually be an entrepreneur. But this one right here, like I said, the one thing I totally stress to individuals, you have to be passionate about what you're taking on. If there's no passion in it, you're not going to do well in it. Now, I'm not sure there aren't too many people out there that don't like to travel.
Right.
Okay. There are thousands, billions of people. And so, this business, as far as the marketing side, I've never been what I would consider a network marketer, because in those other companies, I didn't have any support.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any support with Avon. I had one person that, that I hooked up with, and I started Avon. I got into Tupperware. Tupperware was really like more, it was your business, but it didn't seem like it was my business. It seemed I was push. This is your own business. And so you go at your own pace. But the benefits of this business, that's what it is. I worked for Verizon for 23 years. I think I made 6 figures 1 year out of the 23 years, and I had to work a lot of overtime to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And this business, I've been in the business 20 months, and I already see that I'm going to make 6 figures within the next 2 years. I think I'm going to tell you, I will make 6 figures in the next 2 years. I will be a 6-figure income earner. No doubt about it. And that's in 3.5 years, 3 years, 3.5 years we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
I worked for Verizon for 23 years. Never hit. I hit one time.
Wow.
Once you become a 6-figure income earner here, you stay one. It's not
right.
just for 1 year.
Right.
Okay?
That's right. So, that money follows you.
Yes. So this business has been amazing for me. It's been an eye opener. I have personally developed so much. That book, Millionaires, oh my goodness, that book right there was fire for me, because I was thinking with a middle class mindset. My mindset was always month to month, trying to make sure that all my bills and everything were paid month to month. I never really was thinking decade to decade until I got into this business and realized that I could dream decade to decade, because this business was going to allow me to make that income that I would always have and I could leave behind as well. So this business has made me a believer, and the evidence is here. The evidence is here. Look at the directors. Look at Natalie Graham. Come on, like $100,000 in 1 month. If that's the evidence, that's the evidence. And as long as you see that, that's what I'm going for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The directors have, yeah, go ahead, Michelle.
I just mention one thing, because she was mentioning the young lady. That was on the plan and marketing side. That doesn't even include on the travel side.
Right.
So
that was one side of the business. Exactly. And I always tell people, with our opportunity, the fact that it is 2 separate companies, I love the fact, because if someone says, oh, well, I just want to make some supplemental income, right? We don't push people left when they want to go right. And we don't push people right when they want to go left. We have to meet people where they are. And so if you have someone who says, I just want to make some supplemental income, if they wanted to, they could just do the travel side, because that's where you're going to make supplemental income. right? Because there's one stream of income on the travel side. You book travel, you get paid. You don't book travel, you don't get paid. That's what I call supplemental income. It's up and down, right? But for people who say, I want to make life-changing income, right? Life-changing is, I don't want to have to go back to work. I want to be able to leave a legacy. I want to be debt-free. I want to buy my first home. I want to be able to jump on a plane and go have, Mai Tais in Hawaii whenever I feel like it, right? That's life-changing income. And so the marketing side, the network marketing side of our business is what generates the life-changing income, because on that side of the business with our opportunity specifically, you can generate up to 7 streams of income: residual, monthly, and weekly, right? So I love that. That's another thing that makes our opportunity very unique compared to everything else that's out there. Well, today has been an amazing, another great session of Virtual Coffee Break with Tanisha live. Again, I am Tanisha Burke. And if you love the content of today's topic, please like and comment below. Hit that notification bell, because we do this every single Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And if you are that person that is looking to start a home-based business, maybe you thought about getting into network marketing, but you weren't quite sure, and you hear all these myths and you're not sure, there's a link below to schedule an appointment with me for more information, and we can have a conversation. I'll find out what you're looking for, share with you what I have to offer. And if you're interested, great. If not, maybe it's for somebody else that you know. But thank you, all my great champions. I love all of you. Be great. And remember, life is what we have, but lifestyle is how we choose to live it. Y'all have a great day. See you next week.